The secret of happiness isn't found in seeking more, but in learning to enjoy less. A Zen saying goes, "The garden requiring the least effort to maintain is the one designed with the most wisdom."
I'm Hiroto. I believe this truth applies to our gardens, but it's even more vital for our chaotic lives.
Look at how we live today. We own too much, say yes too often, and follow too many voices online. We chase 100 goals at once, then wonder why we feel so exhausted and overwhelmed all the time.
The philosopher Thoreau wrote that simplicity is the law of nature. Humans thrive in it. It's our natural state. When life is simple, you can finally see clearly. You know where you stand, where you came from, and where you're going. But when life is cluttered with noise and obligations, everything becomes a blur. You lose sight of what truly matters. The philosopher Henry David Thoreau once wrote that simplicity is the ultimate law of nature.
He believed that humans thrive in simplicity because it is our most natural, purest state.
When life is simple, you can actually see clearly. You can see exactly where you stand.
You can see where you came from and exactly where you are going.
But when life is cluttered with stuff and noise, everything becomes a chaotic, blurry mess.
You can't tell what matters from what doesn't. Japanese culture understood this truth deeply. There's a reason Zen monks own almost nothing. It's about finding true inner peace.
There's a reason Japanese tea rooms are nearly empty. Space allows for absolute clarity.
I just removed everything that disturbed my calm. What remained was peace. These principles help me simplify everything, from daily habits to finances and relationships. I truly believe they can help you too.
Let's get started. First, simplify your possessions. Own less and breathe more. This is the foundation of everything.
Because when you own too many things, every single item demands a small piece of your time and attention. More clothes means more laundry, more organizing, more decisions about what to wear. Every object you own has a maintenance cost, even if you don't notice it.
In traditional Japanese homes, the philosophy has always been to own only what serves a clear purpose. There's a concept called kanso in Zen aesthetics, which means simplicity and the elimination of everything unnecessary.
Moving to Nagoya, I brought way too much. I realized I didn't need it all, so I let half go. In our traditional homes, we only keep what serves a clear purpose. Every single object must have a reason to exist. Zen aesthetics calls this kanso. It means finding simplicity by eliminating everything that is truly unnecessary in our lives. When I first moved to Nagoya, I was weighed down by far too many possessions. I knew I had to let go.
I donated half of my belongings to a local orphanage. Giving those things away felt like shedding a heavy, suffocating skin.
Seeing their genuine happiness reminded me that joy comes from connection, not from the piles of things we accumulate.
Start with your possessions. Let go of what you don't need. Your space will feel lighter, and your mind will follow.
Next, simplify your daily routine. Every small decision we make drains a little bit of our precious, limited mental energy. By the end of the day, our brains are exhausted from hundreds of tiny choices. We must reduce this decision fatigue.
When I first moved to Nagoya, I brought way too many things. My life felt cluttered and heavy. I decided to let go of half of what I owned. I donated items to a local orphanage. In Zen Buddhism, there's a story about two monks who encounter a woman at a river crossing. One monk carries her across.
I can't believe you carried her. We aren't supposed to touch women.
I set her down at the river.
Why are you still carrying her in your mind?
I used to carry everything. If someone criticized me, I would replay it in my head for days on end. Now, I tell myself, this is not my weight to carry, and I simply let it go. Principle 5. Simplify finances. Financial stress is a heavy weight. In Japan, we use kakebo, a traditional practice of mindful household budgeting. Before spending, you must pause and ask, do I truly need this? This simple question changed how I see money.
I realized I was wasting money on random impulses. Now, I only spend on what truly brings me lasting joy.
I wake up, drink warm water, and clean my space. These simple acts ground me before the day begins.
Then, I make green tea and take a short walk. This routine removes the need for constant decision-making.
I wear similar clothes and eat similar meals. Reducing these small choices keeps my mind focused and calm. I arrive at my work with a clear, rested mind. Simplicity allows me to give my best to every task.
Third, simplify your relationships. Choose depth over quantity. Invest your time in those who truly matter to you.
In Japan, we value a small circle of trusted friends. Deep connections bring more joy than 100 acquaintances.
In my youth, I chased every connection, trying to be everyone's friend. It was an exhausting, hollow pursuit.
My grandfather Daiki was a master of this. He kept his circle small, ensuring every friendship was a treasure.
Fourth, simplify your emotions. Stop carrying what isn't yours. We often worry about problems that don't even belong to us.
In Zen, there's a story of two monks who meet a woman at a river crossing.
One monk carries her across the water. Then, the two monks continue their journey in total silence for hours.
I can't believe you touched her. We are monks. We are not supposed to touch women.
I set her down at the river bank miles ago. Why are you still carrying her?
I used to be like that younger monk. If someone criticized me, I'd replay it in my head for days on end. Now, when I feel emotional turmoil that isn't mine, I tell myself, this is not my weight to carry, and I let go.
Fifth, simplify your finances. Spend only on what truly matters. Financial stress is a heavy burden no one should carry.
Eighth, simplify your relationship with technology. Every minute spent online is a minute lost from the real world and nature.
I set simple boundaries. I don't look at my phone for the first 30 minutes after waking up each morning. I turned off all unnecessary notifications and removed social media apps. These small changes freed up so much mental space. The moments I used to fill with scrolling are now filled with real life, beauty, and genuine connection. Ninth, simplify your mindset. Live in this moment. Most stress comes from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. In Zen, there's an emphasis on being fully present. When you eat, just eat. When you walk, just walk.
My grandfather lived this way naturally. He was always fully present, whether working in his garden or having a conversation. I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life.
I can't believe you carried her. We're not supposed to touch women.
I used to carry everything. If someone criticized me, I would replay it in my head for days. Now, when I feel emotional turmoil, I gently tell myself, this is not my weight to carry, and I let go.
Fifth, simplify your finances. Spend only on what truly matters. Financial stress is a heavy weight to bear.
In Japan, there's a traditional budgeting practice called kakeibo. It's about mindful spending and tracking every yen.
Before you spend money, pause and ask yourself, do I truly need this? This simple question changes everything.
Kakeibo taught me to spend freely on what I love, like tea and books, and ignore the rest. Financial peace is priceless. Sixth, simplify your food. In Japan, we focus on whole foods, Fish, rice, and seasonal vegetables. It's about nourishment, not numbers.
Eat until you are 80% full. When you stop obsessing over calories, eating becomes a joy again, not a math problem.
7th, simplify your health. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. Gentle movement and listening to your body are the keys. Daily walks and evening baths are sacred rituals. These simple, sustainable habits are why Japan has such incredible longevity. 8th, simplify technology, set boundaries. Every minute online is a minute lost to the real world. Reclaim your time and your peace. Finally, simplify your mindset. Live in this moment. Stop dragging yesterday's problems into today. Just be here, fully present and alive. As Thoreau said, live deliberately. Strip away the noise and find the beauty in simplicity. Your low-maintenance life begins right now.